Hey, how's it going? What's on your mind today?
My name is Abdul Rahman, and today I am here to talk with you for the topic of uh, long lasting. How does long lasting habits mean to you personally?
Absolutely, Abdul. For me, long-lasting habits are all about consistency and creating positive routines that become second nature over time. It's like building a foundation that supports your growth and
Okay,
well-being.
today we are talking about the secrets to building lasting habits. And about the secrets of building lasting habits, my first question is that what does the phrase building lasting habits means to you personally?
Great question. To me, lasting habits means creating small, sustainable changes that gradually become part of your daily life. It's about consistency, patience, and aligning those habits with your values and goals so they stick around for the long haul. How about you? What's your take on it?
Yeah, building lasting habits is very good thinking for some any human. If you build a very good habit, that means to you very good.
Absolutely. It definitely sets you up for long-term some well-being. It's amazing how those small positive habits can really compound over time. It's definitely a great mindset to have.
Okay, my next question is that why do you think habits play such a powerful role in shaping of our lives?
That's a great question. It's so powerful because they essentially shape our daily actions and decisions, often without us even realizing it. Over time, these small, repeated behaviors can lead to significant changes in our health, productivity, mindset, and overall quality of life. So, in a way, habits are the building blocks of
Okay,
our lifestyle and future.
that's very good answer actually. And now tell me, can you describe a time when a small habit create a big change for you, someone you know?
Absolutely. One example that comes to mind is when I started a simple habit of journaling every morning. At first, it was just a few minutes of jotting down thoughts, but over time, it really helped improve my clarity, reduce stress, and even boosted my creativity. That small habit had a huge impact on my overall well-being and productivity. How about you? Do you have a personal example of someone you know who's experienced something similar?
Yeah, same thinking about you, like you. And now take my next question. Why do most people struggle to maintaining new habits even when they start with enthusiasm?
That's a really insightful question. Often people struggle because of a few reasons. One, they might set goals that are too ambitious or unrealistic, which can lead to burnout. Two, the lack of immediate results can make it hard to stay motivated. And three, sometimes people don't have a clear system or support network in place, making it difficult to maintain consistency. It's definitely a challenge for many.
Okay, my next question is that how does one identify which habits are truly worth building?
It's a great question. I think it often comes down to aligning habits with your core values and long-term goals. If a habit contributes positively to your well-being, productivity, or personal growth, it's likely worth building. It also helps to start small, test out the habit, and see how it fits into your life. Feedback and reflection are key to identifying what truly works for you.
Okay, now tell me, how do habits actually form in the brains?
The fascinating habits form through a process called chunking in the brain, essentially, and we repeat consistently. The brain starts to automate it by forming neural pathways, particularly in the basal ganglia. Over time, the brain gets more efficient at performing the habit without conscious thought. This is why habits can be so powerful and why they become second nature over time.
Okay, now tell me the difference. What's the difference between discipline, motivation, and habit formation?
Great question. So discipline is more about the willpower and conscious effort we put in to perform a task, even when we don't feel like it. Motivation, on the other hand, is the internal or external drive that inspires us to take action, and it can fluctuate quite a bit. Habit formation, meanwhile, is the process of turning behaviors into automatic routines through repetition and consistency. So discipline is the effort, motivation is the drive, and habit formation is the end result of consistently applying both.
Okay, now tell me how important is environment in sharpening or breaking a habit?
Environment plays a huge role. It can either support or hinder habit formation. For example, if your environment is set up to make the desired habit easy and convenient, you're much more likely with it. On the flip side, if there are lots of distractions or temptations, it can be really tough to maintain good habits. So tweaking your environment to support the habits you're going to build is definitely a powerful strategy.
Okay, that's a very good answer. Now tell me how can understanding habit loops.
Understanding habit loops can be incredibly powerful because they help us see the cycle of cue, routine, and reward. By identifying the cues that trigger a habit and the rewards that reinforce it, we can make intentional changes. This understanding allows us to replace unhelpful habits with healthier ones, or to reinforce positive more effectively. It really empowers us to take control of our behaviors.
Oh, that's a very good answer. Now, would you like to tell me what are some proven methods for starting a new habit successfully?
Absolutely. Some proven methods include starting small, focusing on tiny manactions that are easy to maintain. Another method is to tie the new habit to an existing one, creating a habit stack. It also helps to set clear intents and specific cues and to track your progress regularly. Having a support system like accountability partners can also make a big difference. And of course, celebrating small wins on the way.
That's a very good answer. Now tell me, how does starting small make habits easier to maintaining?
Starting small makes habits easier because it lowers the barrier to entry, making it less overwhelming and more manageable. When we focus on tiny actions, it's easier to stay consistent. And over time, these small steps build momentum and confidence. Plus, small habits are easier to integrate into daily routines, and they help prevent burnout because you're not demanding
And my
too much.
next question is that can you explain the concept of habit stacking and why it works?
Of course, habit stacking is the idea of pairing a new desired habit with an existing habit you already do consistently. Essentially, you stack the new behavior on top of the current one. This works well because the existing habit acts as a trigger or key for the new habit, making it easier to remember and more likely to stick. Plus, it leverages the existing routine. So you're not trying to build
That,
something completely
that's
from
very good
scratch.
answer. Now tell me, how can we replace bad habits rather than simply try to stop them?
That's a great approach. Instead of just trying to eliminate a bad habit, it's often more effective to replace it with a positive one. It works because it keeps your brain engaged and reduces the urge to fall back into the old pattern. For example, if you want to cut down on snacking, you could replace that habit with something healthier, like drinking water or having a piece of fruit. The key is to make the replacement habit as appealing and satisfying as possible, so it naturally takes the place of the old one.
That's a very good answer. Now tell me, if Abu breaks the good habits, how can someone recover the breaking a good habit?
That's a really common situation. One helpful approach, and to avoid being too hard on yourself, it's important to acknowledge that setbacks happen and to get back on track without guilt. One strategy is to revisit the reasons why you started the habit in the first, re-establish your motivation. Also, making small incremental steps and setting realistic goals can help rebuild the habit. And having a
That's very good answer. Now tell me, what's the difference between forming personal habits and professional or work-related habits?
that's a great personal habits usually revolve around individual well-being, health, and personal growth, like exercise, meditation, or reading. They tend to be more self-focused and often tied to personal values. On the other hand, professional habits are generally related to productivity, efficiency, and workplace performance, like time management, communication, and goal setting. while both types of habits share some principles, professional habits often
Okay,
involve
my
more
next question is that how do identity and self-belief influence habits formation?
identity belief play a huge role, because when we see ourselves in a certain way, we're more likely to adopt habits that align with that identity. For instance, if you see yourself as a healthy person, you're more likely to maintain habits like exercising and eating well.
Okay,
Similar,
ChatGPT, this is very good answer. And my last question is that what is the simple biggest secret you have learned about building lasting habits truly last?
I'd say the biggest secret is consistency combined with patience and self-compassion. It's really about making small sustainable changes and being kind to yourself when setbacks happen. Over time, those small actions compound into lasting habits, and that steady patient approach is what really makes them stick in the long run.
Okay, this is very good question and answer session about you and me. Thank you so much to giving the very good answers of one talk. And now it's time to goodbye. Take care.
You're very welcome. I'm glad and dive into all those topics. Thanks so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Anytime. Say